everybody. It's Kelly Russell, the Rock Your Joy Coach. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Welcome to my channel. So, happy Thanksgiving week for those of us who are in the U.S. This is the week of Thanksgiving, a day of celebration of gratitude and abundance and sharing and feasting and so, I love gratitude and the whole idea of it, and being able to look at it from the standpoint of A Course in Miracles. And Course in Miracles has a lot to say about gratitude from different perspectives. And so the one that I'm focusing on today is lesson 123. I thank my Father for his gifts to me. And just to be able to look at this idea of gratitude. We have a habit, I think, when we do gratitude lists and gratitude practices, and it's not that it's not that I'm the gratitude Nazi or that I think I'm making anybody wrong for expressing their gratitude. Certainly not. But sometimes we really focus on, what are the things that the things in my life that I'm grateful for, that feel good to me and feel positive and feel loving and comforting. So I'm grateful for the love in my life, and I'm grateful for my family, and grateful for my abundance. I'm grateful for my job, and the nice things that I have, or the vacations that I take, or the fun experiences that I have. And while that's all great, honestly, one of the things that I think about a gratitude practice, making it even more powerful, is having gratitude for everything that happens in your life. Every circumstance, whether it feels painful or negative or injurious, whether it feels disrespectful or like you're a victim of it or whatever, it is all grist for the mill, as they say. It is all for, as A Course in Miracles asks the question, what is it for? And then answers it, it's for forgiveness. It's all for us to be able to get home and to be able to be reunified in our awareness with the truth of who we really are, the love and the light that we really are, and that our brothers really are, to wake up from this crazy ass dream that we're having of separation, and the dream where anything is imperfect and where anything is painful or not the way that we would have it be. And so everything that seems to happen in your life has the opportunity to be a blessing to you. Every person, everything that you experience. I used to carry around a lot of resentment and judgment and condemnation and anger toward about things that happened to me in my past, things that I experienced. I shouldn't even say things that happened to me, things that I experienced in my past, and whether it was people that I had been involved with, whether it had been, situations or job circumstances, or, anything that I held in my mind as being responsible for my unhappiness, or my being in an uncomfortable situation, or my life not working out, or somebody else's life getting to be better than mine because of whatever bullshit thing that I was believing. And what I have since, as being a Course in Miracles student, come to really understand is that every single one of those things was a valuable stone on my path. Something that I needed to walk on, and that moved me forward and closer to home. And And a lot of the reasons that it did that were because they were forgiveness opportunities. And it wasn't that I needed to forgive the actual person for whatever they, that whatever I was holding them in judgment for having done, because as the Course in Miracles teaches us, this is a world of illusion, and we are creating it with our unconscious guilt projections onto it. And so nobody's responsible for my unhappiness or for having done anything to me, and it was all about the meaning that I was making out of whatever it was that was happening. And even the choices that I was making, I would make choices, and then the choices would play out the way the choices were going to play out, and then I would be all pissed off and feel victimized about how the choices panned out. So, it's always about us and the way that we perceive and the way that we see the world, the way that we make meaning of it, the story that we tell ourselves about it. And so having gratitude for all of it, because I wouldn't be sitting here today. I wouldn't be doing this work that I love, having this channel, having these conversations with you every week. I wouldn't be a teacher of A Course in Miracles. I wouldn't have a coaching practice. I wouldn't be a therapist. I wouldn't be experiencing a life that I love and a life that I feel like is miraculous if I hadn't gone through all of the circumstances that I did and all of the experiences that I did and journeyed through practicing forgiveness around all of the things that I did. Because when we practice forgiveness, we undo another layer of the ego and another layer of the ego and another layer of the ego. And each time we undo a layer of the ego, that affords us a different way of looking at the world. And the world becomes kinder and gentler and softer and more peaceful and happier, more joyful, more fun, just more joy rocking with every forgiveness practice that we do. And so I have a lot of gratitude for all of the experiences, not that they were comfortable, and I'm not grateful for the comfort of them. I'm not grateful for them being, fun experiences or feeling loving experiences. What I'm grateful for is that they inspired me to practice that version of forgiveness that the Course talks about, forgiving myself for believing in the illusory dream of whatever the stuff was that I thought was happening to me, and making it real. Because the miraculous life that I am able to see now and live is directly related to my being able to undo the ego to the degree that I have been able to, using that practice of forgiveness. And so that's the thing that I am the most grateful for. I am the most grateful for the ability to practice forgiveness, for knowing how to do that, for seeing the amazing benefits of it, for being able to teach it to people and see the awesome results of that in my own clients' lives. It is the thing that I am the most grateful for. And so in this lesson, I thank my Father for his gifts to me. God didn't create forgiveness because in heaven there is no need for forgiveness, because in heaven we just have the perfect awareness of our oneness and our wholeness and our innocence, and that we are one shining being as an extension of God. And so there really is nothing to forgive. And so we practice heaven here in our doing our forgiveness work. It's practicing heaven, because the first step of forgiveness is I forgive you, or I forgive this, because I remember there is nothing to forgive. We are forgiving, literally forgiving ourselves. I forgive myself for dreaming this illusion. And I ask Spirit to help me see this differently, to change my mind and heal my perceptions. And I release it to Spirit to be healed. That's the forgiveness practice, the forgiveness process. And so as we are able to do that, we are literally practicing the awareness of oneness and of heaven. And so as you journey through this week, and whether you're getting together with family or friends, whether it's something that you're really looking forward to in these gatherings and celebrations, whether you're where you're not looking forward to it and you feel like it's going to be a total bummer and a grind and obligation in seeing your family, I urge you to shift your perception about that and to forgive all that bullshit perception before you even walk in the door, and to have gratitude in your own life for the experiences of forgiveness, for the opportunities for you to collapse time, for you to remember the truth of who you are and who your brother is, and for the opportunities to be able to further your advancement toward completely waking up and living in the truth and the light of who you are. So I'm going to read part of this beautiful lesson to you, lesson 123. I thank my Father for his gifts to me, and it's paragraph 6. Thanks be to you who heard, for you become the messenger who brings his voice with you and lets it echo round and round the world. Receive the thanks of God today as you give thanks to him, for he would offer you the thanks you give, since he receives your gifts in loving gratitude and gives them back 1,000 and 100,000 more than they were given. He will bless your gifts by sharing them with you, and so they grow in power and in strength until they fill the world with gladness and with gratitude. So beautiful. So you fill my world with gladness and with gratitude. I'm so very grateful to be able to join with you each week. And so in this week of Thanksgiving, I give thanks for you. I appreciate you so much for being here with me and for your willingness to see the truth in yourself by seeing the truth in your brother, for your willingness to practice forgiveness. The Course in Miracles teaches us that all it takes is a little willingness, and that we are given the light in return, and that remember that you are the light of the world. I love you so much, and I wish you a lovely Thanksgiving. And if you like this video, please click the button below and subscribe. I'm here every week talking about the practical application of A Course in Miracles. And if you would like to go deeper in looking into the tools of forgiveness and the ways of being able to look at your brother differently, especially this week, given that you may be around family a lot, to click on the link below and download my Homestuck Survival Kit. And it is a package of 3 tools that will help you to stay centered and in peace during this time of maybe being with family more than you are used to being. So thank you so much again. I'll see you next week.